Wow, the button pressing thing actually worked. Welcome to the first edition of Name That Tune.
Name That Tune?
Welcome, Brad.
Hi, Julie.
Hi, I'm Julie Turner.
And I'm Brad Lovell.
And we are usually No BS Talk, but today we're going to do something special just for you guys, and we're just trying it out. So love it or hate it, let us know.
Experimental.
Very highly experimental. We like to do that. Mm-hmm. So today we're going to kind of mix all of the things that are me and Brad and No BS Talk and all that kind of thing all into one. Mm-hmm. And what's going to happen is I'm going to do a card reading, and we're going to use Brad as kind of what's the word for that, when you're, yes, it's for you, but it'll be for some of you out there as well. It'll resonate with some of you. If it resonates with you, then it is meant for you, but it is going to be Brad that I'm kind of speaking to.
Okay.
And then what's going to happen?
And then I'm going to attempt to take her skills, and I am going to take that card reading, and you're going to give me 1 minute, and I'm hopefully going to write a song.
Hopefully. I thought he was going to write a song. Now it's hopefully.
Well, I'm going to come up with something.
Yes, he will come up with something, which frightens me so much. I think I might go off camera while he's while he's
I got
doing
my
that.
picks. As songwriters, songwriters have little tricks, exercises, right? So there's all these little things that you can do to try and get your creativity going. Okay. So this is something different. This is a combination of this one and this one. And
this should be interesting.
Well, let's see what happens.
And if you are here on our YouTube channel or seeing this on Facebook, please like and subscribe. It helps us, and we want to continue to entertain you and, of course, ourselves mostly. So we'll start with what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do, because I read cards very differently all the time. Mm-hmm. And I have different kind of systems that I use for reading cards. And I have 3 decks of cards out, and I actually have a 4th deck of cards just sitting off to the side just in case I need it. But we're going to start by drawing a card that tells us the energy that Brad and some of you out there are in right now. I think we're going to do this on Wednesdays. I think we're going to release these on Wednesdays as a weekly reading, so that in the middle of your week you're like, okay, what's going on? Because we kind of take this dive into our week, and then we come up on Friday and go, yay, it's Friday. Right. And by we, I don't mean me, because I actually truly don't know what day it is most of the time. Mm-hmm. But I find that people often do that.
That's true.
Does that sound good, Brad?
It's true.
Are you ready for this?
You know, one of the things I've learned as being a live performer is you just got to take it as it comes.
Yeah, we might get a live performance just during, like, whatever. Neither one of us knows what's going to happen here.
Not a clue.
Not a clue. Let's clear the deck and let's see the energy that Brad and some of you are in right now this Wednesday. Now, I love the cards because they help me have different conversations with people. Mm-hmm. So you may or may not notice that the conversation between Brad and I will actually shift from our norm, because the cards will kind of give us something different to concentrate on. I'm trying not to. It's okay if a card drops. Generally, that means that it's supposed to, and you're supposed to read it into the reading. But I try not to be clumsy at the same time. Okay, what energy is Brad in? Ooh, very interesting. So we have quiet time. I think you guys can see that okay. I don't know if it reverses or not, I can't really tell. But you can see that it's time to be alone, time to rest and contemplate. Would you agree that you're in that energy, Brad? Does that sound about right?
I would think that is about right.
Yeah, I think that kind of nails it for a few of us out there.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to take that time. Sometimes we think, oh, we have to push through whatever it is that we're doing. We have to meet these deadlines. We have to hit these goals. We have to do all this kind of stuff. But if you feel like you need some time alone, and often we do, that can just be a couple minutes a day, or maybe you need to take off for the day or for an overnight. But please take care of yourself. This is part of self-care, is to actually, give yourself that space and that quiet time. So that's the energy that we are in here and now. So the next deck, I'm going to kind of figure out what this is about. I'm going to ask what this quiet time is about. And then what can we do to support this quiet time making the most sense for us, being the most valuable, and so on. So what is this about? What's the message here today? Why are we in this quiet space? What's the message here today? Oh, that's very interesting. I'm just going to draw a couple more cards here and then we'll go through them all at the same time. So just clarifying this card. Haha. These are awesome, awesome cards, guys. I'm really, really excited. And I feel like this is 100% for Brad, but it will resonate with a lot of you out there today. Okay, awesome. So the first card I was asking, what does this have to do with? Why are we needing this quiet time? Why do we need to step back? And we got the Map Maker of Destiny. Can you see that card okay? The Map Maker of Destiny. This is for Brad, so can you see this card, Brad? Mm-hmm. And it's authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will. So what this says to me is that we are the map makers of our own destiny without question, but we often forget to take that role. It's like playing the lead role in your life. Sometimes we end up taking some kind of sub role, and sometimes it's because we fear rejection in our relationships. Sometimes it's because we worry about losing control. So we feel we need to keep ourselves in this really tight control space where it's not really being truly us, right? You're not actually being authentically yourself, you're filtering yourself. And I'm not saying just go all willy-nilly and, yell at people when you feel like yelling, that kind of thing. But honestly, I believe if you show up as yourself every single day, you won't feel that need to yell and to get into that heightened emotional state. Not that it will never happen, but it will happen less if you're actually allowing yourself to do that, to actually show up as yourself. Free will is an interesting topic. I think we often think of free will as the right to do whatever we want and nobody should stand in our way and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But the fact is that we very, very seldom have free will. Like we don't realize that we don't have it. And it's just reminding me of a story that I've told a few times to you guys, and I know I've shared it with you, Brad, that often when we fight against what we thought was negative, what we're doing is we have no free will, but in the reverse. So fighting something is also not free will. You're not allowing yourself to authentically make decisions as you go along, seeing everything situation by situation, because you're too busy fighting what you thought was wrong instead of worrying what you really need. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Does that hopefully that makes sense to you guys as well.
You're just getting on a different escalator.
Yeah, you're just getting on you're going up, and then you're like, no, I don't like up. So then you're going down. And meanwhile, you want to be over there. You want to be in a totally different mall, whatever the hell the case may be. And you're too busy going up and down the escalator, being in a good space, and then you don't like it. And just get off the escalator. I like that analogy. All right.
Songwriter.
Right? Thank you. So, map maker of your destiny. This is why you need to take some time to yourself right now. Take that quiet time and figure out what you truly want, and not in like when you're putting it up against what you don't want. Don't talk to me about what you don't want, because that's what people often do. It's like, what are you looking for? Well, I know what I don't want. Well, I don't care what you don't want. I want to know what you want. Most people don't have a clue what that is. So what's going to support you in this? Or what did I ask? I asked what was challenging you in this. And what we've got for a challenger is the Metal King. So the Metal King is all about boundaries, which really just goes back to talking about what we often do is we put ourselves in a cage. Something that we experienced bothers us. So instead, sometimes we don't feel like we want to talk or we want to say it or whatever the case may be. I caution you, please speak your mind in the most diplomatic way that you can, but sometimes you can't, but please speak your mind. But what we do in reverse is we put ourselves in a cage, and we think it's boundaries. We think, oh, I learned my lesson that time. I really learned this time. I'm not going to do that again. But the fact is that these things that we learn throughout our lives only matter in that situation. yes, we should take knowledge with us when we move forward, but we should stop making rules around our knowledge. Boundaries are, to me, this is the way I describe boundaries, is to ensure that you feel a certain way. A boundary isn't a rule dependent on something that you've learned. A boundary is ensuring that you are in a certain space that is good and comfortable, or growth, whatever the case may be for you. And there's not a rule set to it. The only rule is, I want to feel valued in my relationships. So when you don't feel valued, then you have to come forward and say, hey, I'm not feeling valued, and maybe it's me, but can we have a conversation? But what people do is, somebody does something that was similar to 2 other people maybe in your life, and you're like, that means this, I'm walking away. Mm-hmm. And that's not valuable to us. It's not valuable to make sure that you actually get what you need out of life. It ensures that you just build more rules and a bigger, stronger cage. Now, the next one I asked is, what do you need to support this? Like, what would support you being the map maker of your destiny and having appropriate boundaries? What would help you with that? And we got the resting tree. So the resting tree is all about patience. And I know that people get tired of hearing patience, but I always liken it to, and I'm sure you've seen these memes before, I'm sure you've seen it, Brad, where you've got like that coal miner or gold miner, I guess, because generally you're not going to stop before you hit coal. It's pretty easy to find. But a gold miner, and he's almost there. You can see the gold just on, and it's like he's got 3 inches of wall left, but he's like, meh, I give up. Right? And I really, really, truly believe that when we are at the end of our rope, when our patience is at its thinnest, that's when we have to summon just a little bit more patience. You can just sing Guns N' Roses now.
Yeah, right.
You can summon just a little bit more patience, and you will get where you're going. And I need to learn this lesson constantly. Every time my patience is like, oh, I got no more, I'm done, then I'm like, right. As soon as I feel I'm done, I either need to evaluate how I'm experiencing the situation, or I need to just hold on a little bit longer. Assuming that we're not talking about a situation where you're being taken for granted, taken advantage of, or God forbid, abused. So what we got is, currently you are in a time where you need to have quiet time. Got it? Got it? Quiet time. Mm-hmm. Got it? I can't promise you I'll allow quiet time in your life. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Map maker of your destiny, please show up authentically. It's the best thing that you can do for yourself and all the relationships in your life. Honestly, people gravitate towards you for your authenticity, not for who you try to be to please them. Good boundaries. Good boundaries are always really important. This is not a cage. This is ensuring that you feel whatever it is you need to feel. Respected, valued, loved, whatever the case may be. This ensures that you feel that. The resting tree, please. Just a little patience. Yeah. Just a little bit of patience. You will get where you're going, or you'll get to a better place. Sometimes that's even more important.
Right.
All right. At the end of this, at the end of the next week, so we're going to release this on Wednesday, so next Tuesday, providing you do all these things, providing you actually pay attention to this reading today, where are you going to be? What energy will you be in at the end on next Tuesday? What's next Tuesday? Do you know the date next Tuesday? It's like the 4th or something? Is it the 4th?
4th.
Yeah, I think it's 4th. I'm weirdly good with that. All right. So where is Brad, and those of you out there that this resonated with, where are you going to be on August 4th? Energetic-wise. Yay! You will be at Inner Wisdom. I really love this. Like, I love this more than I can possibly say. So once you spend time in quiet and follow these things of being authentic, having good boundaries, and having patience, you will know and trust your inner wisdom. You'll be able to trust yourself wholeheartedly to make the right decisions, because we need to make decisions in life, people. Like, it's lovely to say you're just gonna, go with the flow and do whatever you want to do, but you have to make decisions to actually get where you want to go, or you're going to end up in a default place, and nobody wants to be in a default place, right?
Right.
Are you ready to sing your song? Do you think that you've actually compiled something? Do we need to give you a whole minute? Do we need to give you a whole minute?
A minute.
Okay. Do you need silence for that minute? Should we pause? Should I do a countdown? Should I talk to them?
You can do whatever you need to do.
And you'll do you.
I'm just going to collect myself here.
Okay.
A minute is a very short time to put this together.
It seems like a really long time. Okay. So while Brad does that, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. And we would love it if you guys would like and subscribe to our new YouTube channel here. We would also love it if you have any questions. Like, I do card readings for my clients, but it's just part of what I do. So I'm a hypnotherapist and a coach, and I often use things like cards, numerology, just my intuition to have different conversations with people that they wouldn't normally have, because the cards obviously bring up things that you maybe wouldn't have thought to bring to the table, or you didn't even realize that you were struggling with. But they'll often hit a nerve and open something up conversation-wise or emotion-wise that wouldn't have been brought to the surface before. So please reach out. Julieturner.ca is my website if you want a consultation, and Brad is at Brad Level Music. Something else that I want to mention is that for the whole month of August, Brad will be playing live at the Clayton Pub. If you have not been there, it's a lovely location, and the food is really good. And you'll have live music every Sunday from 6 till 9 for the rest of the summer. That's in, I think it's technically, is it Langley or Surrey? It's on Highway 10 and 188. And again, it's a great local venue. And I will be there most Sundays as well, so you can come and meet us, listen to Brad. And here's some of he's getting there. He's getting there, people.
Pen's not working.
I don't have another pen for you. So, can I put away the cards now? I'm going to show you. I'm going to, you know what?
Maybe you can show them again or something like that.
I'm going to show them again, actually. But what I'm going to do, guys, this is something that a few of the readers that I've been watching lately have been doing, and it's kind of really fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold up the cards. I'm going to hold them up one by one, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to give you about 5 seconds to look at each card. But what I want you to do is I want you to write the first word that comes up when I show you this card. So get a pen and paper, pause this video if you have to, get a pen and paper, and then you're going to write the first word that comes to your mind when I show you this card. And what's going to happen is it's going to be a story for you. And you know, there's so many things in each one of these cards. They're very beautiful to look at. And your story will be unique to you. So, like I said, pause the video if you need to.
We're over a minute, aren't we?
I'm sure we're over a minute. I'm going to show these cards to you guys now and write down the first word. If you want to know what some of these things mean, please reach out to me afterwards. All right.
This is an interesting exercise.
Yeah, hopefully Brad's having fun with this, because I'm having fun with this, although I think I'll have to have something different.
I'll tell you what the interesting thing is.
Yes.
Is generally this can be a process that you can spend weeks picking it through. So to actually be forced, right, like to be under fire, this is like a very unique exercise to literally create something immediately.
Right.
Sometimes it happens that way, but sometimes it doesn't.
So I just wanted to say thank you to all you guys watching and to Brad for participating with this. Because we don't often showcase his musical skills, but he is phenomenal. So if you want to see him live, don't forget the Clayton, Sundays in August. Are you ready? Are you ready, Brad Level Music?
I haven't even formulated melody lines yet.
I think you should just sing Guns N' Roses. Just kidding.
Okay, let's see what we got. Who are you? What do you want? Are the things you're reading giving you what you needed? Boundaries and cages and building your rages. When you finally want quotes from wise old sages, a resting tree, quite feeling fine. Hold on just a little bit longer, a little bit more at being what you're gonna be on a resting tree. Resting tree. That's what I got.
Holy crap. I gotta say, that was impressive. I literally,
I'm like sweating.
Within 2 lines, I had a tear in my eye. I'm serious. That was really, really amazing. And I, without question, heard the reading of the cards in there. That was beautiful. I'm really like, all you guys better be clapping out there, and I'm sure you are, because thank you very much for that.
Well, thank you, and I'm glad it's on tape, because I wouldn't be able to repeat that, so I'll have to listen back.
I'll sing it to you later, Brad.
That was complete unadulterated.
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Songwriting under fire using those.
This is fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that, because I need to do this over and over again. This was great. Thank you very much. Reach out to bradlevelmusic.com, Julieturner.ca, if you want more information on any of the things we do. But like this was like completely without a net, people. And if you don't think that this man can help you with your songwriting and creativity, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You just saw it. You just witnessed it.
Well, and to all my creative dudes out there and dudettes, this is kind of a neat exercise.
Yeah.
Look her up.
This is fun. All right. Thanks so much for your time today, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Wow.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you, Julie.